You boys look like a weird heavy metal band.
Yes, we are a band.
Really?
Yeah.
So what you play?
Symphonic post-apocalyptic reindeer grinding Christ abusing extreme war pagan Fennoscandic metal.
Right. Really interesting.
DJ Anubis
and DJ Neko
here with you on Metal Time Radio Podcast doing another trailer reaction.
All right. So what do we got today?
This we are doing is a series on Netflix called All of Us Are Dead Season 2. Now you never saw the first
season. I didn't see season 1. When did you watch it? Was I out? Was I out on the boat?
You were out probably.
I'm always out on the boat. Not anymore.
I highly recommend you watch it though. I'd actually go back and rewatch it, which I'll probably have to do before I go into season 2. I'll give you the plot because there's not a lot of information on season 2 yet.
Okay.
So I'll just give you the plot from the first one, which is a high school becomes ground zero for a zombie virus outbreak. Trapped students must fight their way out or turn into one of the rabid infected. So basically, yeah, everything kind of starts at this school, starts infecting the rest of the population, but it has a very Train to Busan vibe about it, the way that it's done, the zombies and everything else. So it's just very well acted, very well written, and you have these as we say, these complicated characters as you're going along. These students, some are like not very good, they sacrifice other people to gain life or live or whatever. So
it's kind of crazy. Like you never know what you are going to do when you're placed in a situation like that where it is your life or someone else's life. Like you want to kind of be like, I'm noble and I'm definitely, I'll be self-sacrificing, but would you really, like, if you want to get back to your family and so I don't know, I mean, honestly, I don't know what I would do.
Well,
I don't know if I would be
like,
a run
series,
like a little bitch kind of person, or if I would be.
Well, I mean, you have to think about living first. So depending on where you are, the circumstance, but like some of the times, like, and they tried to excuse it through the character written was that some were just scared. And so like, rather than try to save a friend, they would just leave them to their own device. But, it would also be a case where, people like kids didn't really like each other already. So like, whatever cliques they were in during school when it was normal,
take it out on the other
So yeah,
cliques.
it's like now it's like they would say, oh, he has blood on, he must be infected, when he really not. And then like there's like just this tension, and then it just turns into a clusterfuck.
Oh my God.
So I have no idea. Like the one thing we learned towards the end of the first season was that there were some students or people that were infected that weren't quite totally zombie-like, but they were also infected. It was really kind of a weird thing. So whether or not that,
so they didn't go full zombie.
Yeah, so it was really kind of weird, and I'd have to kind of revisit it to kind of get a grasp on what they were trying to do. But let's give the new trailer look and see what they have in store for us.
끝났어야 했어요. 혼돈, 두려움. 그러나 일부 상처는 치유되지 않습니다.
청산 어느 쪽이 이기나 보자.
이 최악의 상황에서 나는 세상을 구할 수 없다.
우리는 전례 없는 상황을 목격하고 있다.
우리는 잿더미 속에서 살아남으려고 노력하고 있을 뿐이야.
청산.
So wait, some of the people came out?
이제 거리가 워킹데드에 의해 지배되기 때문에
온 세상을 포기한 것 같아.
우리는 단지 버티기 위해 싸우고 있는 거야.
우리는 더 이상 이기기 위해 싸우지 않습니다.
그 사이에는 아무것도 없어. 이 악몽에서 벗어날 길은 없어.
that Netflix is getting a lot of these foreign series because I know there was like a writer's strike and an actor's strike, and you know, that doesn't mean that you can't expand your horizons. And they were going after like some more independent things, and
Mm.
I've seen more documentaries on Netflix, and we've seen that they've gotten, that German show that we liked, Dark.
Mhm.
This,
Well, the good thing about something like this is it's up there in terms of entertainment value, like Squid Game was. Squid Game was really good, so
and
this
that's
is up there.
Korean.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like Asian films and independent films and series coming out that are being made that you
I'm
know.
glad that we're getting access to it because, like,
Mhm.
you know, think about like when we were younger, how hard it was. You got what you got. You got what was at the movie theater. You got what was on TV, and that's it. Like there wasn't streaming. And now there's just so much more that like, oh wow, we didn't know about this movie from 1970 because it wasn't available to us, or we didn't know about it. And now more things are coming out. We're seeing, because I think it's cool. I do. I mean, it's just funny. And my parents would even laugh even harder because they're older than us. And they're like, "Pff, TV, we got like 4 channels back in the day." And it's true. It's like, it's just evolved to the point where it's not even like a channel driven thing that much anymore. I mean, obviously there are channels and cable TV still exists, especially like if you're trying to watch live sports.
Mhm.
But you can survive without having a subscription to cable. There's so much free streaming stuff out there nowadays that if you have a smart TV, you're good. Or, I mean, we have a couple of subscriptions, but we really don't have a cable subscription. We just kind of like use my parents' login to watch football games once
Well,
a
that
week.
was the problem. Once cable companies got their channel set up, they just gave you a lot of shit that you just didn't need.
Mhm.
And so they couldn't do the a la carte or refused to. They just wanted to keep pushing certain things. And so people got tired of it, especially with the increase in how much you had to pay. So,
Now that they're offering like your favorite channels are offering either subscription or free, because you can some of them
of
have.
course, well, this is where things have gotten very complicated for streaming is that Netflix started doing it. They've always been kind of ahead of the game because they did the DVDs through mail for a while,
We've been with Netflix since 2003.
but now, like we saw with Disney and some of these other companies, are taking their own material that they own off of Netflix and say, "Hey, we can do what they're doing."
Exactly like with The Office isn't on Netflix anymore. It's on Peacock.
Right.
Now, I know we pay for Peacock and it's not strictly just because of The Office. It's you also, if you have any,
But we're only paying like
it's $5 a
$5,
month.
right?
But it's if you have any NBC content that you want is on there. Even Sunday Night Football will stream live on NBC. And I think part of the reason you were watching a show on Peacock initially,
Tombstone,
and I was like,
or not Tombstone,
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, yes.
And I was like, just keep it. I miss being able to watch The Office whenever I want. And there's Parks and Rec now that's not on Netflix. Netflix still is the most expensive, but we kind of like do a little math in our head. Like we have Shudder, which is we watch it a lot.
Well, some things are only temporary. So, like, we're
Mhm.
not doing Disney anymore. There are stuff on Disney I would watch, but I'm not dying to see them. And then I
Yeah, so
think
we cut it out after we're done with the show.
Max, I think, is part of a package. Where
Max we get for free with our phone subscription. So that we're
it's
not.
like right now, Apple TV, like I'm paying $5 or $6, but it's only gonna be temporary because there's only one show right now that I want to watch on it, and it's Monarch. So
Oh, and I was talking to the guy about Monarch too, and he's like, I didn't know this. Kurt Russell's in it.
yeah,
And Kurt Russell's son.
yeah,
So I'm like, what? Okay, so now I'm
that's why
really.
they look exactly like.
I was like, so maybe we should watch that tonight. Like I kind
Well,
of
the
want
new episode dropped today, so there are
but I haven't
4
watched
now.
any of them.
Well, we'll start over. We can start over.
And I so
It's good, I'm telling you.
I love, though, again, so we're now here in the 21st century with the ability to have all of these entertainment options. I mean, we just, went to see Godzilla. We're talking about Monarch, and Pluto, which is free, has a Godzilla channel.
Yeah.
You can watch Godzilla all fucking day if you want. I got one monster movie on a Sunday afternoon or after infomercials in the middle of the night. Like,
But that's yeah. So
That-
anyway, we're kind of going on.
I know
tangent
we're
here,
going on
but,
our little tangents.
for those that have seen this series, what do you think of it? Are you excited for season 2? Drop some comments. Let us know your feelings on it. And we'll see you for the next time here on Metal Time Radio Podcast.
Yes.
Later.
Mhm.
Just a bit for you.